Black women need to self-pleasure. What do I even mean by that anyway? Stay tuned because I really want to talk about how we can open up this space for us. For Black women, we are constantly told that we need to be strong, and we are normally in motion. We are doing things, we are looking after people, we are managing. It is really a part of a common theme that runs through the idea of the Black woman. When we think of her, she is infallible, she is strong, but the idea of her being soft and vulnerable never shows up. And with that, we don't tap in. So that is why a self-pleasure practice may be something you want to think about. Here are some real tips as to why a self-pleasure practice is an amazing thing. It helps us really reconnect with our bodies. It brings us back into the space of just what it's like to be in sensation with ourselves. What is it to just touch? It's almost like an instant experience to all of us when we touch ourselves. Touching our bodies brings back a deep sensation to who we are. It slows you down for a minute to just feel into us. And for Black women, we are so outside of ourselves a lot of the time. Just taking that second to touch our bodies will be pivotal to bringing you on home. Something about self-pleasure gives us a moment to just break down. And you know what I mean by that. We have been told all our lives, most of us anyway, to be strong and to stand up. Well, sometimes even the strongest of us need a moment for ourselves. So when we choose to keep a self-pleasure practice in masturbation and in pleasuring ourselves, it creates a new way of being that's a little against the programming we've been taught. There's something a little titillating about breaking the rules, and that allows us to shed some of the layers that we have so around us as being the strong Black woman. Claiming a self-pleasure practice is also powerful in breaking down this hypersexualization that we have of the Black woman. Everybody else enjoys our bodies. They look at it, they see it. And we're either on two ends of the spectrum, whether we're the mammy in a space or we are this booty popping, rip roaring, shaking, whatever you want to call that, in the space of our sexuality. Most of us lie in between, but we never get that moment to claim it for ourselves or even experience it for yourself. What a self-pleasure practice lets you do is put yourself front and center and figuring out what it is that makes you feel pleasurable. That needs to be a key. And that takes me into our next step too. When you have a self-pleasure practice, you are claiming your body and figuring out what you like. What an experience it is to know exactly where you like to be touched, how much, how hard, how soft, all of those different variables. That's great information to be able to take with you with and into a relationship or with a lover. When you know exactly how to stimulate and bring out your own pleasure, it is like giving the guidebook to a partner to be able to do the same thing for you. You'll be able to say, no, I don't like it that way, or it's a little too hard, or it's a little too soft. And you really get power in claiming that space for yourself. When you also can talk about your sexuality, when you can say what you like, it offers in such a great way for two people to communicate and to create great sex. We all need to set up a time for pleasure. I know that one may seem crazy because we as natural caregivers, we are always just giving to everybody else. What I'm saying to you though is give some of what you give to others to yourself. Set an intentional time for you to give pleasure to your body. Spend a moment to lavish yourself and create a situation that feels loving for for you. Whether that is that you pleasure yourself and it's in the bath. Maybe it's after a warm bath. Maybe it's when you are setting up some candles and just giving yourself a romantic, loving space that you can relax into. You are worth that. We don't do that enough. I just want you to know that it's okay to play. You deserve to have an amazing experience that is lavish and fun. And with that, you can introduce toys. This is a glass dildo. This is a jade egg. Both of these tools are lavish and wonderful in the spectrum of pleasure. You can be using these tools, or you can offer yourself a vibrator, or maybe it's a soft something like a feather. Whatever it is, learn to play with different tools and your whole body being embracing these ideas of fun. Why I so love my jade egg is that a jade egg is an ancient practice that used to be used for women to cultivate their body and to sit into their femininity. It's a very feminine experience of what is just an amazing sensation in the body. And not only does it tighten some things up, it's great for lubrication. It's great for just harnessing energy, that womb energy that is so about us as women. This is a must-have. I offer jade eggs and these beautiful glass dildos on my website at carriesutras.com. Check it out. You may find that you find an experience that sends you over the roof, girls, over the roof. The bottom line that it all comes down to is that you are worthy of pleasure. As a Black woman, we are told so much to shut ourselves down, to simply just grin and bear it, to just go on with ourselves and keep a stiff upper lip. Well, I'm saying that it's time for us to claim this time as ours, that we can be sexy and sensual and lavish. All of those things can exist in our strength. And in fact, tapping into our ability to be sensual and sexual adds to the ability for us to be strong. Try it. Leave me a comment. I want to know how it works out for you. Are you going to take on a self-pleasure practice today? And how important do you think it is in your life? Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get all of my videos, because I love when we have this vibe going on. I want to hear more about what this experience is like for you, and what do you want me to talk about in general.